woman who held your sperm.
Woman, you were brought forth from my side, created to support me like the gravity-stricken moon does to the prospect of nightfall. But when fear clawed his way into your heart when he called my name in the garden, you shrunk and hid your shameful body. Where were you?
When the prince of night found his way to your star, you watched him laugh. And I watched you sit and set like sun. You morning of a man, he can't even see the nightmare you have become.
I was there, standing in the distance, having a conversation with my backbone. I wanted to stop you, but you let that evil reptile with eyes, slow dancing with deceit and tact swift as a breeze. Were you dumb to think you could be wise as the God who called the galaxies into existence?
Adam, I thought he was my friend. Letting me in on secret, God pinky promised the leaves not to tell. He pointed me to the tree, told me of what I was missing, and as my faith in his lies led me to stare, I was yet become gorgeous.
But God is beautiful.
Adam, my tongue became sight. The fruit looked too good not to
Taste and see that God
is Steve. He kept us from the one thing he knew would turn our minds day.
No, God is wise. Eve, can't you see? In our feast for knowledge, we had to become fools. Searching for wisdom in a mere branch, we forgot about the God who had the power to grow us from dust with no roots. His mind is as wide as sky, and we're free as clouds. But now the sudden home of shame echoes the land. The eerie chill of our father's curse cross across our conscience, and the very, very bed our naked soul is in them because of you. What have you done?
Do not blame me for murder and name yourself victim as if we're not for ghosts were scared.
You left me for dead.
Did you forget the city when God made you from dust?
But he made you from me for me. While sleeping, he called you from a cage bones beautiful, but you let pride misposition switch its position in you. You tried to lead, took hit to a falling snake without consulting me first. You didn't respect me.
He gave you authority. He made you the head, yet you became neck. I can still see this apple stuck in your throat. Adam, swallow your pride. You were supposed to lead me, yet I am to blame. Your wife, your Eve, the one who's now shame one's beauty the moment you saw her breathe. Maybe I should noose the ribbon around my neck, make a skirt of wrapping paper, stuff my natural naked chest with leaves. Maybe then these bones will be enough gift for you again. This flesh enough body for you to bathe in. The day you remove God from your soul, empty your nest of his glory is the day you beg me to take his place. Fill your voids, become this image of perfection to satisfy your insecurity.
God forbid.
Our sons grow up treating their sisters like cemeteries, stacking their bodies and bones in one closet to wear as one flesh anytime they want to feel alive.
Eve, please understand that you further prove my point. The prideful organ brewing beneath your breast beats with no submission for your husband. And for this, your future daughters will not be quite gentle, but some will be loud as nagging crows cabbaging on the dead earlobes of men. Their bodies, sculpted for God's glory, will lure our sons and enticing them to sin, and they will. These women, your offsprings, will hang themselves over to men who are not their God. They will kneel at the valley of men's altars for approval, but that worship will not make them whole nor holy.
Do you see what you've done? You've made this about you by blaming me. We are both sin, wrapped in flesh, both broken creations. Stained glass windows with no shine, no sun, no light. We are both dark, imperfect, lost. We are
fallen. Wife, I'm sorry. Have you any idea how shameful my insides scream for not protecting the only woman I've ever known and loved from the stink of death? Well, I feel like a lonely grave, wallowing in a walking coffin of a body, waiting for a voice louder than my fear to resurrect this scared corpse of a man I've buried 6 feet under guilt. But believe me when I tell you, Eve, you are still the woman my vision sang to when I first saw you in Eden. Even Eve, if God chooses to separate us for 1,000 years, I'll write you every day faithful, and my letters will literally litter the land of my love, my lady. But excuse me, if the blood on my hands still drips thick with condemnation, I can only pray that its venom does not poison our unborn son Cain. There is nothing like murder living in my genes, and I might die if he follows his father's footsteps.
Husband, forgive me and my limbs and the heart that led them away from the safety of your palms. The parachute folded beneath the bloodstream I left in vain. I promise I'll never try to fly without you again. Your word is wind, and I would be fool to disrespect the tornado I was created to love. You mentioned our sons, but remember our God. Remember what he told devil as he cast serpents. He spoke of my womb, and from it a seed will come. The devil will strike his heel, but our seed will crush his head. Yes, we are dying, but one day we may rise from the dead. We are not hopeless. Mercy has decided on us sinners, and the source is our God.
He will rescue us out of the sea of sin.
Like hands beneath a drowning soul, a rainbow before the lightning bolt speaks.
He reigns. When the clouds crack their shells, our God will appear and show us his yoke is easy.
A light too mighty for anything pitch black to trap our backs back behind the cage we pray. The way of escape is near, and if we wait with hope, nailed to our faith, the truth, cross-stitched to our burdened bodies, the light, stretching like the arms of the horizon, rising for the sea. The sun still lives. Eve, I'm deeply sorry. Adam, forgive me.
God, we try to be our own God. Please forgive us.
Ina kuku.